Namaste, beautiful souls. It's Dr. Danny, physician astrologer. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. We had a big holiday here in the United States, Thanksgiving, time of giving gratitude, and we had family visiting, and so a big part of my process for making these videos requires a little bit of solitude, and that was in short supply over that time frame. So wasn't really able to dive into the work. So, but I've had some time this week to do a little bit of pondering and meditating, and there's a beautiful new moon coming up on the 12th of December. It is the Ophiuchus new moon. There's a lot of really wonderful aspects going on, and the theme around all of it feels very spiritual, very powerful, very healing, very sensual. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that. I'm actually really feeling good in this energy. That conjunction with Mars, that Sun Mars square Saturn, it felt like there was this like really big release during the full moon. Mars had us acting all brave, facing our demons like warriors of the divine, but now it feels like things are kind of settling down a little bit. Pluto's breaking off from the squaring the nodes, which is just feels so incredibly wonderful. There's like a sense of peace around us, a sense of celebration. A lot of people that I interact with on a daily basis, they're like laughing again, budding romances are happening. So, because when people are laughing, they're flirting, and when you're flirting, you're hanging out together, and people are making love. So, if you're not making love, then you can, use that giddy energy of this time in service to whatever you choose, really. Because, like, what is love? Love is that blinding hot white light of the creator, right? We all have a little bit of that inside of us, and we can channel that energy in love, and we can channel that energy in service, and you can also feel it moving through your body. And I'm talking about your dragon energy. I know this is kind of a taboo subject sometimes because people are sort of scared to talk about it. They either talk about it too clinical or they talk about it too spiritual, but dragon energy, the serpent energy, the kundalini. Yes, my loves, your sense of arousal. It can inspire you into action, which creates things, action to make love, action to paint, action to dance, action to sing. It's really, really wonderful. When we feel the surging energy in our body, if we're not in a position where we're, medium flirting and making love, my thoughts are why don't we just use it for our own creation? Like every single one of us has this inside of us, kind of like the root of an oak tree. So anyway, I think there's a way to use this energy in the highest service to the creator. I think there's a path for that. I think it's related to Ophiuchus and Scorpio energy. So I'm going to actually share with you a little bit more after I go through the astrology, because I think it'll make sense when I do that. And then I'm going to show you how you can get in on a live practicum with me where we're going to really dive into more of the Ophiuchus energy. So let me just share my screen and show you a few things. Here we go. Let's close that. So this is what we're looking at in the sky. This is stellarium-web.org, a free website. You can go in and put any location, time, date. You can zoom in, zoom out, put the lines in, put the art in, take it out, put the atmosphere in, take it out. So I've taken out the atmosphere and the landscape because I want us to focus on this part of the sky. What you're seeing here, my friends, is the galactic center. This is our Milky Way Galaxy. It's in the southern part of the sky. The sun is currently smack dab in the middle of Ophiuchus and Scorpio with the moon conjunct, which makes it a new moon. So this is December 12th, 2023. Mars is lagging behind here, still in the grips of Scorpio conjunct Antares. Mars is in Mercury is in Sagittarius, turning retrograde this day, as a matter of fact. So the same time we have a moon-sun conjunction, we have Mercury turning retrograde. In a few days, Venus will enter into the constellation of Libra. So this is our sky for the new moon. So let's look at it as a chart too, because we're doing a little astrology, so that's always helpful. I'm going to get out my pen and then we're going to talk about this. So let me talk maybe in general a little bit about this part of the sky and why I'm talking about our dragon energy and our serpent energy. Actually, let me go back to this. Let me change the color of my ink or you won't see it either. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, here we go. I'll go yellow right now. All right, so as you can see, this is our zodiac belt right here, this line coming through, okay? And you've got this ecliptic belt that things travel through. This is our highway. This is our karmic highway, right? And the interesting thing about this part of the sky is that the 13th constellation basically shares this space with Scorpio. So you see, it's almost like a crossroads. And what's super interesting about it is that situated here is our Milky Way center supermassive black hole. There is so much mythology and spiritual energy and information and quantum data that comes through this space. And I almost feel like these two should be merged into one sign, but to have them separated is very useful because Scorpio is often thought of the secrets, the underworld, the hidden, the gross, the things nobody wants to talk about, sex and money and all of that. And then up here is the energy of the Christ consciousness, celestial energy, ascension energy, the energy of the ascended masters. And they're right here at this crossroads. And the one energy that ties these two archetypes together is the human Kundalini energy. We are vessels of this incredible life force that creates other humans, that also creates new knowledge, that shows the way of truth for human souls that are here in the forgetting. So this is just really a powerful place in the sky. So when I look at it on a birth, now that you can see it in the sky and kind of take in what that might mean, when you look at it on a chart, we'll erase that and change the color back to black. Erase all drawings. Okay, so it almost is like this flow, okay, this portal of energy here, where this is the galactic center right here at this point, and it's a flowing of energy. You feel that? Like there's an in and then there's an out. That's where the sun is, our highest spiritual expression of ourselves, and the moon, which is our internal emotional self. Okay, so this is that lower base, secretive, sensual, sexual energy of Scorpio, and then the higher celestial energy. And what connects that is the Kundalini, and Mars is sitting right there. And Mars is our drive. It's our passion. It's our, fight or fornicate energy. So there's a lot happening there that a lot of people may or may not really want to talk about or hear about, but the astrology is pointing to it. So I feel like I need to talk about it. The sun and moon are also trine sextiling our collective north and south nodes. And we've talked about this a lot, that the south node is that divine feminine mother energy, remembering the force of creation that we have. There are thousands of supermassive black holes in the constellation of Virgo out here. Okay, so this kind of energy is out here, and that's where our collective south node is. And it's saying, yes, that's where we come from. That's where we come from. Venus has just transited through there on our collective evolutionary journey towards universal love and oneness, which is Pisces, which is the subconscious, the hyperconscious, universal love and oneness. So we're all right there, and our collective Chiron's right there, which is reconnecting with spirit. That's the healing. And this is where the spirit is, over here on this side of our wheel. So that's really intense energy. This is like true healing and love and an unstoppable flow coming from the divine mother and creation itself. Now, if that doesn't like turn you on, if you're an astrologer and a spiritual person, I don't know what does. I don't even know why I have this channel, but this is it right here. Okay. This is the ascended master energy, the Christ consciousness energy, the Kundalini arousal energy with the creative divine mother pointing towards our collective evolution and healing. Okay. This is a powerful new moon. This is a great space. This energy also squares on Neptune, which is now direct during this, because on the 10th, I think it's the 10th, Neptune will station direct. And when Neptune does that, the dreams become clearer. The synchronicities in your external world become more obvious to you. But a square onto Neptune right now with this sun-moon combination might be challenging our illusions of what the truth is, right? So we have illusions about what our innate power is. A lot of people will go out there and talk about that. But it's almost as if the sun and moon are saying, this is your innate power. Watch the illusions. What are people telling you? Does it resonate with you? Does it not resonate with you? If you're being asked to do really strange things or get into weird rituals, is that for your higher good? Maybe it isn't. Maybe change up the spiritual rituals a little bit to get yourself closer to the Christ consciousness, closer to that God, that divine energy. Mercury stationing retrograde that day as well. So, my theory, and I'm taking a medical astrology course right now with Judith Hill, and I'm in the Mercury chapter, and she actually affirmed what I kind of already felt with Mercury retrogrades, and they're stronger for people that channel this creative energy. So if you can use it, okay, if you can use your dragon energy the way I'm going to tell you later on in this video, Mercury retrogrades are actually very powerfully guided times for you. Synchronicities, thoughts become things. You can do no wrong. So I've had a really hard time figuring out how to communicate this to people. And now I'm getting a lot of synchronies, like a confirmation from a Judith Hill lecture, and people kind of feeling the same energy when we discuss this new moon. So we're going to talk about that. Venus is holding back in Virgo. In a few days, she's going to enter into the constellation of Libra. She is growing stronger and stronger and more refined every day as she moves through Virgo. Virgo is a very powerful place where the commitment to the creation, the commitment to the divine mother creative energy is really flowing. What is the true purpose of this creative energy? So while Libra is Venus's, just as an aside, while Libra is Venus's sort of home turf, according to classical astrology, this is not actually an easy transit for a Venus. This is because, so she's got to walk this line between chaos and order through Libra. It's almost like a trial. So Venus will be on trial as she goes through Libra. And that's just part of the process of transiting through Libra. As a static representation in a birth chart, a Venus in Libra is a very nice energy. But when there's a transit, this may not be easy energy for Venus. I will have a Venus transits through Libra video in a couple of days. It's kind of a waiting game, really. Especially this time of year, if you think about it, Venus is going to be sort of putting up with the niceties around her. Venus in Virgo really, does what she has to do, but she is kind of feeling that pull towards the galactic center. It's going to be a very quick transit. So yeah, gratefully it's only 2 weeks, and then she's going to drop into Scorpio, and then holy smokes, watch out. Your serpents will be on fire, my friends. So we have to get ready. That's what this talk's all about. Saturn in Aquarius up here is ready to take on the responsibilities of the collective. Uranus in Aries inspires a unique self to be confident in the new spiritual technologies that are being channeled and crystallized into this reality. And Jupiter in Aries is a faith in new beginnings and optimism. Okay, so all around, very nice energy. You can even see that Pluto's breaking up the square with the nodes, no longer on the north node, now just the south node. And after the third pass, this is just clean up any action you have left here. Do the work you need to do. Get rid of the wounds and the baggage because you have an immense power here. Channeled through your Kundalini, through your serpent, through your dragon energy. And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about. Okay, so that's the part. That's the astrology that's kind of bringing me into wanting to discuss the serpent, discuss the Kundalini, and discuss how we can use it. Some people call it sex magic. I kind of want to take away all the preconceived notions of, sex and being turned on. It really is so much more than that. I mean, yes, there is a physical arousal involved in the practice of using the energy, but it has to. And it's not like voyeurism and masturbation and self-pleasure or anything like that. It's more of a noticing when the body is open, when there's extra blood flow to that area, the area down here that's associated with the genitals, which is Scorpio. When that area feels aroused, and there's certain times of day where it just naturally happens, like first thing in the morning, in the afternoon when you become sleepy. It has to do with waves and pulses of cortisol during the day. It has a lot to do with where the sun is. So there's certain times of the day where you'll naturally feel this flowing energy through your body. And, at the very least, I would recommend just noticing those times. And if there's no opportunity to share a union with a partner and kind of treat this energy, and you can do it, you can use it for yourself. You can say, okay, instead of focusing on the base, focusing on the itch that needs to be scratched, so to speak, let that energy rise. Imagine it, just do a mental exercise where that energy is rising up through your body, through your pranic tube, into your upper chakras. Take it from the root through the sacral chakra, which is usually where it stops for most people, unless there's an intention to raise it. Bring it into your solar plexus. Feel what that feels like. What might it feel like to get close to an orgasm in your belly and not your genitals, or an orgasm in your heart? What would that feel like to get that close? Or an orgasm through the throat chakra. Sometimes verbalizing, letting those energies out through vocalization. That's a big part of using that Kundalini energy. And then there's the third eye. A lot of times people say, oh, that was a spirit, that interaction with that person was a spiritual experience. I had an out of body experience. That's the third eye opening and awakening and getting influenced by that Kundalini energy. So, there's ways to do this. I'm not going to do this on YouTube. Obviously, this would be something that would be a separate lesson. But essentially, that arousal energy brought up through the chakras is a very different experience than just having intercourse, copulating, or fornicating, or masturbating. It is literally the most powerful tool that we have as humans to connect with the divine, to create what is meant to be brought into creation. Yes, children come from this energy, do they not? But also inspiration, music, art, dance, cooking wonderful food, tasting wonderful. I mean, this is all part of it. The body's sensations translated into spirit for the development of consciousness. Okay, and that is this part of the sky. This speaks to this. Scorpio is the genitals and the nose. Ophiuchus is the third eye. The opposite axis on a chart is Taurus, which is Venus's energy, which is everything sensual, everything we value, everything earthy. Okay. So these energies are very tied together. If you liked that, guys, and you want to learn more about the energy of Ophiuchus, this is not the Kundalini class. This is going to be more of an astronomy, a cosmology, and an astrology course. This is an Ophiuchus practicum. I'm going to teach you about the galactic center. We're going to talk about precession of the solstice. You're going to have an incredibly profound new gnosis about the solstice and what that might mean for your astrology. This is going to be a live practicum in service and gratitude. If this resonates with you, please consider joining us. I'm going to leave a link in the description and the pinned comments for your consideration. If you like this video, love it, like it, and then subscribe, you lurkers, because I love it. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much. Until the next video. Namaste.